Hey everyone, Charles Stevens here with this week's Words of Wisdom. Today we're beginning a brand new series called Strength for the Journey. We spend much of our lives preparing for success, but very little time preparing for the struggles we'll inevitably face. Leadership has a way of teaching us that lesson. There are seasons when we feel energized, confident, and prepared for what's ahead. And then there are seasons when we're simply trying to take the next faithful step. Because leadership isn't a destination we arrive at, it's a journey we walk every single day. Over the years, I've adopted a simple mantra that has guided me through both life's challenges and leadership opportunities: adjust, adapt, and overcome. But I've learned something else along the way. Adjusting doesn't mean giving up on your purpose. Adapting doesn't mean compromising your values. And overcoming isn't about avoiding adversity, it's about continuing to move forward despite it. 5 years ago, I couldn't have imagined where I would be today. I didn't envision retiring from public education. I didn't envision starting a consulting company, returning to education to lead a private Christian school, or serving today in a role that allows me to serve students with disabilities. But that's where I am. And if I've learned anything along the way, it's this: life has a way of rewriting our plans, not to diminish our purpose, but often to deepen it. The unexpected seasons of life don't have to become detours from our journey. Sometimes they become the very places where we grow the most. Perhaps that's why we struggle when life doesn't unfold according to our timeline. We spend so much time asking, why didn't it work out the way I'd planned? That we forget to ask, what might this season be preparing me for? I've learned something else along the way. The further I've traveled on this journey, the less I've worried about the next 10 years, and the more I've learned to appreciate the next faithful step. When I was younger, I thought strength meant knowing where I was going. Today, I think it means trusting that I'll have what I need when I get there. We spend so much time asking for strength for tomorrow that sometimes we overlook what's been provided for today. And perhaps that's enough. So this week, I don't have three questions for you. I only have one. What season of your life have you been resisting that may actually be preparing you for what's next? Sit with that question this week. Don't rush to answer it. Sometimes the greatest growth in our lives begins when we stop asking why we're here and begin asking what we're meant to learn while we're here. Leadership isn't about arriving at a place where life becomes easy. It's about becoming the kind of person who continues to grow through every season of life. And remember, you don't have to see the entire path to faithfully take the next step. Adjust, adapt, and overcome. That's all for this week's Words of Wisdom. Have a great week.